We have to do more walking.
For Travis Gleaves and his daughter Rachel, father and daughter time usually involves getting outdoors. Today, they're at Old Stone Fort State Park, nestled along the Duck River near Manchester, the perfect place to do a little fishing.
I like going fishing because it's fun trying to catch stuff. And the outdoors, nature is just, the animals in nature are just so cool to look at.
Rachel is 9 years old, but don't be fooled by her age. She's already an experienced angler.
I got another one! If you don't catch something the first time, you don't give up. I went fishing 4 times. And the 4th time I finally caught my first fish, it was a tiny bluegill. My second fish was a 15-pound catfish. It was heavy. It was like, I got it with a 15-pounder. It's like, Daddy, help me. And he's like, you got it.
While catching fish is always fun, Travis knows he's sharing a lot more than good times with his daughter.
I think it's good to get them out so they can experience nature and have a better appreciation of it. These big black ones for it, and I think a lot of people have kind of gotten away from it. As busy as people are these days, it's hard to set aside time to go out, but I think it's important. And I think because of my growing up and appreciating going fishing and camping and all that, it's being passed down to her, and she so far seems to really appreciate and enjoy it.
And I'll pass it down to my kids. You don't get ahead of me.
Rachel says some of her friends just would not get the point of this outdoor activity. They'd rather be in front of the TV. But she wants them to know that nature is a lot more interesting.
I would tell them it's better to get up and go in because you don't want to be a couch potato. It's better to get up and go and see what's in nature. It's pretty cool.
And I think people have lost an appreciation for the outdoors with all the different devices, with the iPads and iPhones and tablets like she has, and video games and everything else.
To combat all those electronic distractions, Tennessee's parks are taking an if you can't beat 'em, join 'em approach.
They're taking advantage of a lot of different technologies, whether it be Facebook or this app, different ways that state parks are trying to use technology to get people out, to entice them with all that we have in state parks to help them get out and enjoy it.
One of those apps is a Pocket Ranger that tells you where you are, what's close by, and what's going on in all of Tennessee's state parks.
We realize that's the wave. People want to be able to grab their phone and they want all the information at their fingertips. It's free. You look up Tennessee State Parks Pocket Ranger and use it on any Android or Apple, and it's free. You just download it and it's ready to go.
Travis started using the app soon after it debuted, along with a special challenge. Visit every state park and check in with the app to win a cash prize.
And then got to looking at it and then noticed the interactive GPS that it has, and it had identified where you were and then all the parks that were close to you. So I just kind of, as time allowed, would go and drive to a park or two on a weekend, and originally had no intentions of completing the challenge. It quickly got to where I was hitting 10, 15, 20 parks, and I was like, I could probably actually do this challenge.
Travis was not the first one to try the park challenge, but he was the first one to finish, to visit all of Tennessee's state parks, every last one, from city walking trails to mountaintops way off the main road. Rachel was with him about half the time, and she had plenty of opportunity to grow up outdoors and enjoying nature, just like Dad.
I haven't made it to all the parks myself, so I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, I wonder how many people actually have, if anybody else has done it, or if I'm the only person that's ever actually visited all the parks.
While Travis never really intended to finish the challenge, he's glad he did. Glad he got a chance to see even more of his home state.
Tennessee, I think, is just a wonderful state, and I've seen and read a lot of things where people travel across the country and they end up coming back to Tennessee to spend more time, just because it's such a beautiful state with the hills and the lush green, or the fall colors. You get to experience all 4 of the seasons. It's got everything from flatlands to rolling hills and mountains and everything in between you want to experience.
Even though Travis has now been to every Tennessee state park, he's not ready to stop traveling across the state, using his handy Pocket Ranger to find even more fun things to do with Rachel.
I think a lot of people aren't aware that some parks are even as close as they are to them, and it's a free resource and something to be able to do. And most of the parks, if you get on the Tennessee State Parks on Facebook. They're always posting different activities that they have going on there. So there's usually something going on within a short driving distance at all the different parks, whether it be crafts or a kayaking trip or hikes and all sorts of things for the kids.
That's good news to Rachel, who says you just can't beat getting outdoors.
I like the nature sounds. I like the owls, the hoots of owls,
S'mores.
s'mores, tweets of birds. I love the nature sounds.
But what she loves best is getting to experience all these things with her dad. I'm Craig Owensby on the Wild Side.